Hello, and welcome to the Advanced Innovation Collective Plan Application Tutorial. My name is Troy McClure. You might remember me from such public service announcements as Designated Drivers, The Life-Saving Nerds, and Phony Tornado Alarms Reduce Readiness. Today, I'm here to give you the skinny on planning. We'll begin on the home worksheet, the Plan Modules Workbook. Like the other module workbooks found in the AIC Plan, you'll find the home worksheet to contain video tutorials, informative blurbs, update status ribbons, and other useful content. This home worksheet has a temporary video as a placeholder, as well as an update status ribbon for processes which load and process data for this module. As you can see, the update status provides useful stats like when a process was last run, what were the results, are there error logs, and who last executed the process. Let's go to the navigation panel and click on the OpEx Detail Worksheet. The OpEx Detail Worksheet has an input view where planners can contribute to a budget or forecast by month, by project code, and by expense type at a line item level of detail. Version and project code selectors are located above the cube view. Here we can click the version selector, open the drop-down window, and select a version element to filter the content on the view below. Note, only the forecast and budget are available for edit. Because project codes are nested along rows of the view, the project code selector behaves slightly different. When clicked, a drop-down of sets, predefined subsets of elements, are displayed rather than project code elements. We'll select a set and watch the array of elements in the rows change. The selector serves as a context filter rather than a content filter. Once we have the desired version and project code set selected, we can begin planning expenses. You'll notice that only a single line item is available for each expense type. As values are entered, additional lines appear, allowing entry to the next available number. Each line has a field for us to enter a comment about the line item expense, the actual periods are locked from entry and highlighted green. Scrolling to the right, we see the forecast periods unhighlighted and open for entry. Entering an amount into the FY total column results in a proportional spread to the forecast months. If there are no current amounts along the forecast periods, an even spread will be performed. Let's move to the OpEx worksheet in the navigation panel, and we can review the summary of our detailed plan. The OpEx worksheet sums the values entered in the OpEx detail, as well as values from wage input and balance transfer worksheets. The worksheet has selectors that allow us to filter the view content by version, project code, and plan OpEx measure elements. Let's go to the wage input worksheet from the navigation panel. Wage-related expenses can be copied and pasted into the view by project code and by month. To copy in values, we first will need to set up a view to align with our source from where we're copying. Double-clicking the project code selector opens the Edit Set window, allowing us to edit the project list displayed in the rows. Clicking on the black X to the right of the window will clear out the current project codes. We can now copy and paste our project codes to align with our source. Planning Analytics will display an error message for any project codes that are not present in the application. It's best to use the base code, as the Planning Analytics will not recognize misspelling or out-of-date descriptions. We'll close the error message and click the Apply and Close in the bottom right corner. Next, we copy and paste our data from the source into the application. We'll click on the Apex worksheet in the navigation panel and are able to see how the values flow across and sum correctly. Let's navigate to the balance transfer worksheet. The balance transfer worksheet can facilitate internal balance transfers between two projects, as well as external transfers with a single-sided project balance adjustment. Balance transfers are entered into the balance transfer journal. Internal balance transfers are dual-sided entries requiring a transfer name, source and target project code, source and target expense type, and an entered amount. We'll go ahead and enter this in now. The balance transfer worksheet can facilitate internal balance transfers between two projects, as well as external transfers with a single-sided project balance adjustment. Balance transfers are entered into the balance transfer journal. Internal transfers are dual-sided entries requiring a transfer name, source and target project codes, source and target expense types, and an entered amount. Go ahead and I've entered in one line. We're now going to click the Run Execute button, which will execute a process to write the entry against the balance transfer ledger and onto the planned OpEx cubes. We can now see the values displayed below. Navigating to the OpEx worksheet, we're able to confirm that the values display there as well. An external or single-sided transfer is performed by entering a journal entry with only a source or a target. This concludes our planned module workbook tutorial.